Hi, welcome to my channel again. This is Val the Realtor. This week we are at a home inspection. You're going to see lots of different things, hear lots of different noises, and learn so much about buying a property. If you like real estate videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'm very passionate about real estate and I put out a video every Friday. Please like and comment below. I'd love to hear your suggestions. The first most important person in the home inspection is your home inspector. So I thought I would bring him on today. This is Ryan Van Kessel from Prospections. And Ryan, I thought you would talk to us about the importance of a home inspection and what it involves.
Well, the most important thing is that you know exactly what you're walking into as a buyer. So our job is simple. It's to make sure that there's no surprises when you walk into the place, or if you sold it in 5 years, that you've heard everything from us. Obviously, the older a home is, the more likely there is that we're going to find things that are going to come up in the home inspection report. And a lot of those things are because code evolves as time goes on. You're not obligated to comply to current code, but especially the safety things, we will point all those out to you so you're aware of them, and then the homeowner can make their choice whether they want to correct the issue, bring it up to current code, or just be aware that that's considered deficiency by current standards.
And who else should get a home inspection?
I mean, we do inspections on brand new houses, and I mean, I've written 80-page reports on brand new $1.8 million houses. So I would suggest it for everybody. I mean, even if it's an apartment style condo, I mean, there's still toilets that could leak or water that could get in behind shower walls, and the same problems can happen in any home or any purchase. Obviously, a detached house is going to have more issues because the exterior is something that's got to be considered, and there's a lot more things to consider on the exterior. But I mean, I would recommend it on any purchase. I mean, it's a big purchase and it's worth protecting your own interests.
What types of things do you cover in a home inspection, and what are some of the specialty inspections that people can add on?
For us, I mean, specialty add-ons would be sewer line scope, especially if you're getting into older homes. There's certain materials that have inherent issues, and it's worth getting that checked. It's beyond the scope of a normal home inspection, but we do have people that are companies that we work with that we bring them in on older homes to do sewer scopes if the client chooses to. Otherwise, I mean, we're looking at absolutely everything that we can see. It's obviously a non-invasive inspection, so we don't open up walls because it's well beyond a home inspection scope. But we look at everything from plumbing to mechanical, electrical, making sure all doors and windows are working properly, making sure that there's smoke detectors, test all of the appliances. So I mean, basically anything that we can get to, we test. Things that obviously we can't see a lot of structural, but there are a lot of telltale signs that if there are structural issues, they telegraph through, like showing forms of windows that are binding, doors that are binding, cracks through drywall, etc., etc.
How much does a home inspection cost?
It varies, but the standard home inspection for a home under 3,000 square feet is $500 plus GST. A townhome would be typically $450 plus GST, and then apartment style condos is $350, and then larger homes, we basically just take a look at the MLS specs and go from there.
How long does a home inspection take?
Well, it depends obviously on how much we find, and the way that Prospections is running things right now is there's 2 inspectors there, which makes things go quicker. It also frees one person up to make sure that the client has a clear understanding of what's going on. But right now we're anywhere 2 hours, give or take half an hour for a house that's under 3,000 square foot, but it really depends on what we find. An apartment style condo, obviously there's a lot less to look at, so it goes much quicker. Usually we don't have 2 people at that style of inspection.
I know the realtor has to be there, and often the buyers say to me, do I really need to be there? What is your feeling on that?
It's definitely a good idea to be there. I mean, we're going in to have a critical eye, and we're picking the home apart. And if the buyer is there, I can monetize things for them. They can see a smile on my face or concern on my face. It's definitely a great idea to be there, because if you get a 70 or 80-page report, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a disaster, but there's a lot of things that, may just need maintenance. So it's definitely a good idea to be there. I mean, we're obviously available to discuss with clients after the inspection, but if you just a knee-jerk reaction of getting a report, I think it's in everybody's best interest for the buyer to be there if at all possible.
Well, I'm going to let you get to work because we have a beautiful townhouse here for you to check
Sounds
out.
Good.
And the buyers are going to be here any minute.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks again, Ryan.
This tile has been in place, but see this?
Yeah, it's
Like this wall is totally delaminated. So I mean, I don't know how long this place has been vacant, and there's no water behind it now. This thing's also dripping, so you can see here the mineral stains there. So I mean, this is on borrowed time. I mean, definitely, ideally, it should be replaced. And I would guess that if you, once you start using this, water will get in behind the wall. I mean, it's not going to take your place down, but you don't want water getting in behind your tiles. I would redo this. I'm not sure what's going on underneath this floor, but I would guess that there was probably, it's either the flange is damaged, more than likely, it would either be the flange is damaged or the subfloor is, rotted. So they basically went over top of it and didn't secure it in. But I mean, ideally, you don't want to see any of that moving. I mean, it shouldn't be moving. And then underneath the sink here, you take a look in here. See all the mineral deposits in here? Yeah. So I can tell that thing's leaked for a while. I mean, it's not actively leaking right now, and I know it sounds counterintuitive, but leaks can actually seal themselves. When I'm seeing something that suggests a long-term leak, I'm going to recommend in the report that a plumber comes in here and just takes a look.
Just tight.
This receptacle here, it's an old razor only, and it's not GFI protected. So
that's what Val was saying when we came to that.
I mean, as long as you don't mix electricity and water, you'll be fine. But I mean, it's definitely not a bad idea to have a GFI put in there, and then you're up to current safety standards. So I'll just show you a couple things in the panel here, guys.
I'll use that one.
So
Are they staring at the mouse?
this here,
No, in the bedroom. Yeah.
it's a double tap. So you got two wires going to one breaker. You really shouldn't be doing that. And there's they've done this after the fact, but see these wires here, they just go through without being secured in place.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. It's potentially unsafe. I mean, obviously, I'm going to assume that common sense would prevail and you wouldn't start tugging on wires in here, but it's not the way that it's supposed to be. So this opening here and this opening here should be covered. I mean, they certainly don't make furnaces now like they used to. Like, we go into houses that are 3 years old and they're on their second furnace, but it is way past its expected serviceable life, which is 20 to 25 years. The heat exchanger is the only part that you can't get. I mean, in all honesty, I would definitely get that looked at. They'll go in and use a borescope and check out the heat exchanger. When we're seeing signs of a leak, it's worth investigating. Water is the biggest threat to your house.
Yeah.
So just have it looked into. Certainly causing any problems now, but
The plumber's gonna be the first thing we need to call.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you don't-
and I thought that bathroom upstairs, it's 1978.
Yeah.
It's outlived its economic usefulness, and you have a chance to have 2 weeks to put that bathroom back together before you
Sure.
actually move in, because you don't want to do the one bathroom that has the shower while you're living here. But it's part of building home equity, right?
Yeah.
So what you put in, you will get back out. You're not only going to get back out the economic use of it while you're living here, but at the resale point. So it is the primary bathroom. That's where you want to put the kitchen and the bathroom. That's where you're going to want to put your money on this one, and you will get it back on resale. Plus, you'll get to enjoy it. You'll get to pick what you want, and it'll be beautiful.
Thanks for watching this week's video on home inspections. I hope you learned a lot. I put out a video every Friday, so please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share my videos. I look forward to seeing you again next week.